freakish world today, where all types of people are being cut up and chopped up and turned into every goddamn thing. So today it's just wild out here. But I saw the picture of this baby. I saw the picture of the penis. It's on the internet. The mother asked me not to show the naked picture of the child, but it's on the internet. And they cut this baby's penis down to basically to the testicles. So even if they try to turn him into a so-called female, that doesn't work. You need to go on the internet, and they probably can, to answer your question, probably can. But you need to go on the internet, sis, and look and see the people who've had those surgeries and listen to the problems they have. They give these people so-called body parts that don't work. They don't work. If they did turn this child into a female, which I don't even want to entertain, you know what, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to entertain that. This here is something that we better pay attention to, because if we decide that we just going to say, okay, fine, if they cut it off, we're going to turn them into a girl, they'll just keep on cutting them off. No, we have to protest. We have to argue. What we need to be doing is getting with these rich Negroes, wealthy Negroes, especially here in this city. It's a lot of millionaire Negroes in this motherfucker here that we know of today. It's called Chicago. Now, why don't we, as so-called black and indigenous people of this land, why do we have our own hospitals? We got a slew of young females who go to schools to become nurses because they have a nurturing energy, because that's the mother of civilization. Of course, she's the nurturer. She's the cream of the crop. There's no mother on this planet higher than the so-called indigenous female. But why is it that when our young girls go to these schools and come out, we don't have no hospital to put them in ourselves? And I tell you this, if we decided that we wanted to do that, you would see just how different we are from white folk. They would not allow us, I don't believe, to have our own hospital. We serve our own people. I just about guarantee you they won't do that, because they want every child that we have to come through their system so they can give them a social security number and attach that number to them for the rest of their lives, and they follow that damn number. All we are to these folks is numbers. And now we have become useless eaters. They don't need us no more. They've had Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood. They're trying to kill us before we get here through abortions. Now when we come here, they're cutting the penises off. They was castrating black men on the plantations. Now they're cutting babies' penises off. This is very serious, very, very serious. They're sending a message to every so-called black male in this country, and you fags too. You too, they sending a message to you too. They're going to cut yours off too. Every black male in this country, right now, as far as I'm concerned, is under threat. Miss Rose wants to respond, so let me go ahead and let that sister respond. Go ahead, sis.
I feel like I am a highly believer in God. And if my child born a woman, she needs to be a woman. I'm not against gay, but I believe it's a heaven and a hell. If God would have wanted Ashton to be a woman, he would have made her a woman. And that's like a very offensive question. So if people gonna get on here and talk about making my son a woman when she was born a male, I refuse not to even respond to them callers, hang up, and keep moving.
Thank you, and we will do just that. Thank you. Next caller. Our people so damn crazy.
I would like to thank Miss Rose for saying that. Hello?
Yes, you on there. I'm listening.
Yeah, Dow. I would like to thank Miss Rose for saying that. I knew one of them was going to call up here. But let me say this. I had first heard about this story long before I seen this show. And I couldn't do nothing but sit down and wonder, what is in a person's mind that they would ruin this boy's life like that? This boy might be ruined for the rest of his life. Now, at first I said, it must be really cold to have a mentality of a white man or a white woman to do something like that. But as I suspected, this was an Asian woman These are the same people that everybody think doing Africa such good. And I'm just as upset as you are, because Dawa, I read and study like you, and when you think you heard it all, here comes something like this.
Right.
God bless you, Miss Rhodes.
Right. Yeah, we got more problems, I think, than we realize as so-called indigenous people in this country. And if we're trying to leave here and go to the motherland, and Asians are trying to take over the motherland, and you see what they're doing in America to our babies, what are we going to do when we get there? Next caller.
Bro?
Yes.
Brother Dawa.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you be?
Look, what I call it was talking about turning this young boy into a girl. It's ridiculous.
I know. I can't.
I mean, Dawa.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
the people that call up and we even entertain a thought like that.
Right.
It's absurd.
Right, but that's what we're living at today, brother. This is real. It's amazing that we're having this conversation and it's live. It's a live moment that we're capturing in time that we can't never get back. It's just amazing the mindset of our people.
As far as the sister is concerned,
yeah.
she need to keep on pursuing this lawsuit, because where you hurt these people at is in their pocketbook.
Right.
Okay, she got it. And I don't know if this should be national news.
Yeah. Thank you. I agree.
I mean, this should be on every news network to show exactly how demonic these people are.
Right. And then furthermore, brother, I'm going to let her come in now, bring Miss Rose back in, and tell us about the car accident that she just had. Because there's some fishy things going on right now behind the scenes. She told me that she's been getting tickets every time she turned around. She's getting tickets. The law is bothering her, and she just had a car accident that looked kind of fishy to the individual who drive the tow truck to pick her car up out of the ditch. So is she back on the line now, Miss Rhodes? Yeah. Miss Rhodes.
Okay.
Would you please tell the audience about the incidents you've been having with the law as far as tickets and this car accident you just had?
I had a car wreck last Monday. I went off the cliff in Grenada, Mississippi. And I went off the cliff in Grenada, Mississippi, and my car hydro. I was driving, and I went down, and I hit two trees. And I totally lost my vehicle. My kids didn't get hurt. I sprained my left shoulder and twist my spine and my back.
Okay, now what happened when the individual who drives the tow truck extracted your car from the ditch? What did he tell you?
When who?
When the person who drives the tow truck that got your car out the ditch, what did he say to you about the car?
He stated that he stated to me that it was a hole in the road. I hit a pothole that should have been covered with cones. And he also stated to me that I need to file for a lawsuit because there's any airbags in my vehicle.
There were no airbags in your vehicle. You drive a what? What kind of car is it?
A 2012 Dodge Adventure.
That came with airbags from the factory, right?
Yes.
But yours didn't have no airbags in it, right?
No.
Now, how many times have you had your car serviced since you got the car?
Well, I took the car back to the car dealership, like, right after I got the car because it was hydroed off land. And I took it back more than 10 times, and they were telling me that everything was fine, everything was well with the car. I just had a new car, and they didn't find a problem with my car. And I almost lost my life. My car wrapped around the tree.
Uh-huh. And this man thought that there was something that someone may have done to your car.
I can't really say if someone did anything to my car. I pray to the good Lord that it wasn't that cause that someone did something to my vehicle. I'm just, but I can say that, it just all of a sudden happened.
Mm. But now what I was saying, what I was asking you was what he told you. He told you it seemed like somebody had made a tamper with your car. That's what, right?
Yes, he did say that.
Right.
So right now I'm like in a point in my life, you don't know who to trust. I don't know who else, I guess, because I'm not letting this die in my city, in Memphis, Tennessee. I don't know who to trust at the moment. If I got to be like Emmett Till mom die
Ooh.
fighting for my son,
Wow.
that's just what I'm going to have to do.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'll fight that fight with you until I leave this earth myself, because this is what I'm here for. I told people time and time again, I don't get paid to do no TV shows. I do this because I've been ordained from the foundation of the planet, the earth, to do what I do. And I do it for the people. And, I know in the end, the Most High take everything on my end for me. But this is a story. I had to take it. I do want to thank the individual who got in touch with me on Facebook to let me know this even existed. I had no idea. One of my Facebook friends had put a post on my timeline, and that's what made me aware of this story. Otherwise, I would have never known. So I do appreciate the ancestors and the Creator for making it known to me. And at this time, I'm going to let another caller call in or go in and speak on the situation. Go ahead, caller. You're on air.
Yes, I was calling in about the lady that called in about the comment. I felt that when you ignorant is bliss, and we are losing our young men in the street. But the comment I wanted to make is that we all know that in the South they have always tried to lynch or incarcerate our kids or do something that they can't produce. And that was some ignorant shit, excuse my French, for that sister to call in. When you ignorant and don't know no better, how would you know to do better? And for her to say something on live TV to this young lady about converting him from being a male to a female when he was a perfect child, because Allah only makes no mistakes. He makes everything in his image. And she should know that if she don't, she need to find out why she's here on this earth, who wants to cut her ass open and convert her into a man. That's my comment.
And that was definitely a comment for the record books right there. That thank you so much for so eloquently speaking those words, because that's exactly what she needs to hear. But we need to pay attention. Listen to those types of comments. These are the individuals who are raising these generations of children. When people like you and I ain't around to talk to them, these are the type of individuals who are speaking in their ears. Miss Rose wants to comment. Go ahead, sister. You're on there.
I would like to thank her for that comment, because this could have happened to anybody, child. I take it as my baby remind me of Jesus. When he came into this world, Jesus had to go through some people spitting on him, being on him. He had to go through a sacrifice for our life. And my son remind me so much of Jesus. After all Ashton been through, he still smiles. At the end of the day, he still smiles. The pain that my son has at night, he still smiles. And I would like to thank her for that comment, because I feel like, I don't have a problem with gay, but I'm totally against gayness. You know, if God wanted Adam and Eve, Eve and Eve on earth, he would have put Eve and Eve on earth. If he wanted Mary and Mary or James and James, he would have put them people on earth. God created Adam and Eve, and he said, be fruitful to life. And I don't have a problem with gayness, but I am totally against it. And we people, this stuff is all in the school system. You got kids walking around wanting to be the other gentle. And even in the school system, even in the church, you have to be careful with what you put in front of your kids and where you take your kids to nowadays. Mm. And I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate the comment that she just made. Thank you.
Thank you too, sister. And as I say, I used to tell people it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, nigga. And there wasn't no Steve hanging on Adam's coattail. It just wasn't happening. That's not a good thing. And you may think so in this society because the powers that be are controlling and programming you through programs or television programs or magazines or radio interviews or whatever. But that ain't how the Most High wanted things to be. And because we're accepting more and more of these things, more and more disaster is coming. It is inevitable. Next caller. Go ahead, caller. You on there? Caller, you on there? Next caller. Next caller.
No more calls.
Okay. Well, we go back to Miss Rose, and I'll let her continue to speak in reference to some more information in reference to the child. You there, Miss Rose?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So now you said on October the 17th, they're supposed to do a reconstruction surgery.
Yes, I took my son in to get reconstructed, and they refused to do the reconstruction because they put in the hospital record that a lawsuit has been filed and wasn't a lawsuit even filed at the present time.
Okay, so on October 17th, he was supposed to have a reconstruction surgery, but they refused to do it, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Now, didn't you say something to me about a tool that they said that they were supposed to use for the circumcision that didn't come in or something to that effect? Would you explain that to the audience?
Before Ashton got circumcised, she said that it was a tube that she had to order because he was too large to get circumcised inside the clinic. So she was like, she needed a bigger tube for him. And
Wait, excuse me. What did you say? They said your son's penis was too large?
Yes. He was too large to get circumcised inside the clinic. And she said that she had to order a bigger tube for him to do the circumcision on him inside the clinic. And I believe she used the smaller tube that she already had on hand.
Now that right there, I didn't know that part. So they said his penis was too large. This was done on purpose. In my mind, it was truly done on purpose. When you said that let me know. Just like I said, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing has already said that these Europeans and these other, now I see the Asians too, have penis envy. Black male penis envy. He was too big. I had never heard of such craziness. His penis was too big, so they had to order a special tool? Come on, man. What the? Okay. All right, I'm going to try my best to calm down on this one because that right there sent me through the roof. This is deeper than I thought. We're going to have to fight this as best as we can. Next call on the line. Go ahead, caller. Speak. Unbelievable. Don't y'all get scared on the phone now.
Hello?
Next caller, go ahead.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, I'm calling
because this just really, really just got me just completely just blown away. I'm just like you. Excuse me. I didn't hear anything about this until I went on your page on Facebook, and I saw that you was putting it on the air today. I didn't know anything about it. But my thing about it is, America is just screwed up so bad. And the reason why I say that is because you won't give us, my people, a chance to open up these things as far as gas stations, all these convenience stores and all this. But you let all these foreigners coming over from other countries and everything. And 9 out of 10, the lady who did the circumcision to this child probably didn't even, she's probably just a trainee doctor. She's probably not even a fully licensed doctor to perform this on this child, because if she was, circumcision is not performed in a clinic. It's performed mainly in a hospital. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm just blown away, just completely. You know, this is a war, because I'm looking at this that's going on, and these young men that's getting killed, when they go to the funeral home, they don't even have body parts in them anymore.
Yes, right.
Like,
correct.
You know, come on now, what is y'all doing to my people?
Correct.
You know, some of my people, yes, it's just like, I want to throw my hand up. But when it all boils down, you are my people.
Right.
And it's just so horrible the way that they're not just only treating the older black men and women bad.
We lost the caller? Yeah, we lost her. Damn, sorry. Sorry we lost you, sister. Hopefully you can call back in. Do me a favor. Put my contact information up there. Anybody wants to contact me so I can get you in contact with the sister, my contact information is going to be put up on the screen. My number is, I got a new number now. Some of y'all probably been trying to call me, but it's 269-470-0335. 269-470-0335. I'm going to get one more call on the line, and I'm going to go back to Miss Rhodes and let her speak a little bit more. Maybe she may have some contact information or something that she wants to give out as well. And any more callers on the line?
Yeah. Miss Rhodes is on the line.
Miss Rhodes, go ahead.
I would like to thank you for taking out the time to interview with me about my son Ashton. I did break my car and totally lost my car. I lost my job, taking care of my kids. I had to make a decision which were my kids or, you know, my job. And I took to roll with my son. I didn't quit. I got terminated. I got fired from my job. I was in a 90-day grace period. I was on probation. I've been working for UPS over 10 years, and I moved to Memphis, Tennessee. They put me back in a 90 period, a 3-month period probation, and I missed one day, and they terminated me. And it's Christmas time. It's kind of hard on my family right now. I do have a PayPal account set up. I'm not out here, like, begging nobody, but the ones that want to give a donation to my son from their heart to help with his Christmas this year. I have a PayPal account set up under Maggie Rose 47 at yahoo.com. And I also have another account where you can mail checks in to my lawyer office. I don't have that information on hand, but I do have a PayPal account set up. And so that's all I would like to say. Thank you again.
All right, sister, thank you. And I'm going to make sure that you get a copy of this particular show that we're doing. And hopefully I'd like to sit down with you personally one day and interview you face-to-face live and get a chance to meet the little boy. I want to be in this child's life in some type of way. I want to have connection and contact with this child. This story is deep to me. I have children of my own, and I know how difficult it is being a black male trying to raise your children, especially when you like I am, in this society when the world is going against everything that's natural. And we're trying as people like myself to get back to nature and those things that are profitable for us as a people, and that is coming back to one another and accepting the truth and following that which we're supposed to follow. And one thing she did say is solid is her son reminded her of Jesus. Well, your son is a Heru. We are that individual in which you speak of, sister. We are that JESUS. Our people are that. And if we continue to dialogue, I'll be glad, more than happy, and I'm pretty sure people that listen to the show would be more than happy to give that information to you. You have a very unique story. This is historical, and we are going to do I know I'm going to do the best I can to put it out there as best as possible and as right and as accurate as possible and bring as much heat as we possibly can upon those who done this. This just can't just go like this. Is there any more callers on the line before we get off? We got very few minutes. We got like 2 minutes. Any more callers on the line? Go ahead, caller. Go ahead. Next caller.
Hello?
Yes. Put my contact information up there, too. Go ahead,
All right.
caller. Go ahead.
How you doing? My name is Richard.
I'm listening.
I'm a young black man or whatnot. And I believe, if the doctor didn't have the right tool in the first place, they shouldn't have went through with the procedure. That's experimentation, and we're not here to be anyone's experiments. We're not slaves. We're not no pigs, unlike other people, And that's just completely wrong. I'm so sorry for what happened to your son. It don't really get any worse than that, It's time for action, not just sitting around. Or whatnot, you got to do something about that because it, like you said, it keep happening again and again and again. We got to have our own hospital, But thank you for your show and whatnot. It's a great show, and I'm 19 years old. Have a good one.
You too, young brother. You too. Any more callers? We got 1 more minute on the line. More callers? Go ahead. Go ahead. Turn your phone. Turn your TV down. Go ahead, caller. You on the air?
Hello. I'm just, this is just disgusting what happened to this baby, and it's unfortunate that it happened. And I just want to say to the mother, just put a lawsuit. Tell them you're going to sue everybody that's involved, and just keep moving forward because, this is awful what happened, and, everybody knows that it's a plan for us to, I have 2 adult sons, I have a husband, and I have a grandson and some granddaughters, so this is these people's plan.
Exactly. And I want to say, until you see me again, may the Almighty and ancestors take care of you and yours. Shalom.
Is anybody listening? I wonder, can you hear me? A voice in the wilderness. I wonder, can you see? Trouble is on the land. Every man against every man. Sister, I wonder, can you stand? Come here and take my hand. Grab the babies and get my gun.